Welcome to Lesson 1-12, Dividing with Mixed Numbers. Today we're going to talk about how to solve division problems that involve mixed numbers. So just like we did for the last lesson about dividing fractions, we're going to use a model to show you what it means when we're actually dividing mixed numbers and fractions. So in this case, I have 3 1/2 divided by 2/6. And it's important to remember that the first number is always how much we start with, and the second number is how many we want in each group. So we are going to start with 3, and for this problem I'm going to use hexagons. I have 3 full hexagons and 1/2, just like I have here. So I'm starting with the correct amount. Now, because I want to divide this into groups of 2/6, I need to split each of these into 6ths because that's my denominator. So when I do that, we'll find that I actually am now breaking this down into 6 triangles because 6 triangles put together make a hexagon. Okay, so we'll do this for all of them. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now if I do this for all of them, you will see that I've now successfully split all of these into 6ths. Now they're still in groups of wholes, so they're still in groups of 1 whole, 1 whole, 1 whole, and 1/2. I need to put them into groups of 2/6. So now that I've split them into the correct size pieces, I need to put them the correct number of each into each group. So here is one group because I need 1, 2. So there's a full group. And I have another full group of 2. And here I have one more full group of 2. So here I have 3. So I'm going to go ahead and make a guess here that if I made 3 full groups with just 1 whole, that each of these should also give me 3. So let's see if that works. I have another one right here, a second group here, and a third group here. So far, so good. Oops. Took a couple too many there. So I need 1, 2, and 1, 2, and another 1, 2. So now, because I only have a half here, I'm only going to be able to make 1 full group. And here I have a half of a group because I need 2 pieces to make a full group, and I only have 1 out of the 2 pieces that I need. So in this case, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 whole groups with my new pieces, and I have 1 piece out of the 2 that I need to make a full group. So 3 1/2 divided by 2/6 is 10 1/2. All right, so now we're going to get to the steps of how to divide mixed numbers. You'll find that the first step is the exact same as when we multiply with mixed numbers, and the following steps are the exact same as when we divide with fractions. So these are all things that you've done before. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to change mixed numbers to improper fractions. Notice it says mixed numbers, not the first mixed number or the second mixed number. It says just mixed numbers. So any mixed number that I have needs to change to an improper fraction. So in this case, we get 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. So now my problem is 4/3 divided by 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5 over 2. Because I'm not changing how many I want in each group, I'm just changing it to say this 1 whole group is actually equal to 3 whole pieces, plus the one that I have left over gives me 4 pieces, and I want 3 in each group. Same thing for 5 over 2. All right, so the second step, find the reciprocal of the second fraction. That does not change. So now I have 4/3 divided by 2/5. And then step 3. Now notice my step numbers changed a little bit because I added this first step of changing mixed numbers to improper fractions. However, this was the same from dividing fractions. It's just all bumped down 1 because we need to make sure to change our mixed numbers first. So now this problem becomes 4/3 times 2/5. I know that I can't simplify. 3 and 2 can only be divided by 1. 4 and 5 can only be divided by 1. 4 times 2 gives me 8. 3 times 5 gives me 15. And then my last step is always to simplify. But in this case, I cannot simplify because both numbers can only be divided by a common factor of 1. All right, so now we have a couple problems here that I would like for you to try. Okay, we're going to try this one together. I will have you try it. And then when you come back, we will go over your answer. All right, so what we do when we solve this is our first step, like we said, has to be to change any mixed numbers to improper fractions. So I take 2 times 3 is 3, is 6, plus 1 is 7. So this becomes 7/2 divided by 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2 is 5, 5/3. Now I need to change this to a multiplication problem. But in order to do that, I have to take the reciprocal of 5/3 and turn it into 3/5. I cannot change this if I do not change this. And then I cannot change how much I start with. So in this case, I cannot simplify. 2 and 3 are only divisible by 1. 7 and 5 only have a common factor of 1. So in this case, I would get an answer of 21/10, which I know is an improper fraction, so I have to divide. And I'm going to do 21 divided by 10. Goes in there twice with a remainder of 1. So I make 2 full groups with 1 piece left over and 10 in each group. Alright, so what I would like you to do is I would like you to try the last 3 on your own and to go onto the quiz on Edmodo and solve them. As always, if you have any questions, please post them to Edmodo so we can go over them in class tomorrow.